Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol श्री राधा गोकुलानंद भगवान की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल
Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all to our Sunday Feast program. We have some new friends today. The first time today? Yeah. It's from Stoke? Okay. Welcome to Hare Krishna temple. Radhe Radhe. Jai Ho. So, and we welcome Natasha's mom also today, first time. So welcome to our temple, Hare Krishna Center. We meet every Sunday, 12 to 2. And this is our party, our weekend party. Where our hero is Krishna and his consort Radharani. They are our chief guest. In fact, they are the host. They are throwing the party, and we come here and we sing, dance, and eat. This is the only thing we do. And in the middle, in the party we have to chit chat, isn't it? So we'll do some talk about. So we talk about Krishna. What does Krishna does? Gossiping about Krishna. What is the activities he's doing? Last time he did it like this. So we gossip about Krishna. Gossiping is good, isn't it? Anybody has ever done gossiping? Never? Yeah. Be honest. We all like gossips. The old magazines, TVs, news, it's all about gossiping. Nothing to do with us. But what is everybody else doing? We will talk about it. So we also talk about Krishna. What does Krishna does? So he is we gossip a lot about him, in fact. He is our only topic. So today we are going to gossip about Krishna. What does he do when he goes on shopping? Even Krishna does shopping. Anybody has ever done any shopping ever? We try to find a opportunity to do shopping. Especially ladies. Buy one, get one free, and everybody goes there. Any offer, any sale, then, not only ladies, gents also goes, So we all like to do shopping. So the shopping tendency comes from Krishna because he also likes to shop. So today we're going to talk about when Krishna goes out to shopping, what does happen? And we'll try to learn some very wonderful lessons of shopping by Krishna. So we start with little prayers. These are the prayers about, asking all our previous wise acharyas and teachers that, please help us to understand Krishna very nicely. So in these prayers, just calm down, hear Krishna's name, and just be very peaceful. So next 1 hour, we are just here. Sometimes what happens? Our body is here, but our mind is somewhere else. So let's have our mind and body both here and hear about Krishna. So let's do these prayers. This prayer is about Krishna in Vrindavan. You can put the prayers. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन जमुनातीरावनचारी जमुनातीरा जमुनातीरावनचारी जमुनातीरा जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधा यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन जमुनातीरावनचारी जमुनातीरावनचारी जमुनातीरा जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम Ram Rama Hare Hare. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Vishakari. Hare Krishna. So, you'll remember what topic we're going to speak today now? Anybody remembers? We discussed 5 minutes back. Krishna is doing shopping. Yeah, you're still with there. Okay. Who is Krishna? Who is Krishna? Why we are talking about this person?
why don't we talk about Brad Pitt or or whoever is, who is latest hero, Shah Rukh Khan? Why not these people? Why Krishna? He's the center of our heart. Okay. Anybody know why we should talk about Krishna? What is so special about him? Original father, original source is everything. Okay. So these things generally we give as a term as he is God. Okay. And here we see Krishna as a very young boy. God is a boy. But today we're going to talk about Krishna when he was maybe just 1 or 2 year old. Now how come God, who is very old, is a source of everything, and he's all powerful, and he becomes a small baby, and he does all these wonderful pastimes? How come God, if he's supreme, he's the oldest, then how does he become a baby? So the reason I'm asking all this question today is that to know anything, we should ask questions. For example, if you want to learn physics, and in physics, we are given this theorem of Pythagoras. Then teacher tells us something. Do we all understand first time? We don't understand. So who is this Pythagoras, and what is this water, and what is this? You don't understand. So we ask question that I don't understand this. Can you please clarify? If this is like this, how come it is like this? Similarly, for the God, do we know everything about God? We know everything about God? Little bit, yeah. So we don't know everything about God. So we should ask question. If you ask more question about God, we'll know more about God. And then we are better informed. And when we know enough about God, it is naturally we fall in love with God. So, these questions that we just asked, if Krishna is a supreme, is a God, then how come he becomes a baby? So, I'm not going to answer it today. Okay, you have to commit again. We have to keep marketing our program, no? So if you have to answer this, don't I want the answer of this question, you come some other time. So today, okay, let's start with this one, that Krishna is God, and he goes for shopping. He's a small baby, 1 or 2 year old baby, and he goes for shopping. And what experience does he get? So this is one question. Okay. Now at the end of the class, generally I ask anybody's any question. Okay, nobody asks questions. So today I'm going to give you question. Okay, you ask me the same question at the end of the class. And if you have any other question, you ask that one also. So first question, if God owns everything, then does he need to shop? If everything belongs to you, if you go to Tesco, okay, and you are the owner of Tesco, can you shop in Tesco? You go to the till, give me this milk, give me this vegetable. No, this is your shop, you don't buy it. This is yours. So does the God need shopping? Does he need shopping? He owns everything. Okay, so this is the question. So you ask me at the end. Okay, who is going to ask this question? Raise your hand that I'm going to ask you this question. Come on, this is very easy. You don't have to even think about what question I should ask. I'm asking you to ask this question. Okay, if you don't ask, I will ask myself question and you hear the answer. Okay. So if God owns everything, why does he need to shop? Second question. Krishna is not very well known for shopping. He is well known for shoplifting or stealing. What is one of the name of Krishna? Famous name of Krishna? Makhan Chor. He steals butter. And another very famous name, which probably you don't know, is Chittachor. Chitta means heart, and Chor means stealer. He steals the heart. So he is more interested in stealing, in thievery, than buying. But sometimes he buys, legally. Most of the times, he doesn't buy. Yeah? So second question, if Krishna owns everything, can he still steal? And if everything belongs to you, how can you steal? But does he really steal? So that is second question. And the third question, that Krishna, he produces everything. Everything comes from him. So does he need anything to buy? Or does he need anything for himself so that he has to steal? God is all satisfied. He gives satisfaction to every day. So how come he is not satisfied? So does God need shopping, or does he need anything at all? Does he need anything from us so that we can offer it to the God? This is third questions. Okay, 3 questions. Will you all ask me at the end? No, you are very serious. Okay. I'll ask this question myself, okay? And then I'll answer the same question. Okay, back to the easy part. Okay, it's the story. When God goes for shopping. So Krishna, he appears in this beautiful place called Vrindavan. Natasha and ourselves, few months back we went to Vrindavan. Vrindavan nowadays, it's a very commercial place, has become, lots of hotels, and it's a kind of a holiday destination, but still very, very spiritual. But 5,000 years back when Krishna appeared, it was a very beautiful place. It is still a beautiful place, but it was unlimited times more beautiful 5,000 years back. And Krishna is a very organic person. He likes everything organic. So he lives in a village. He has a very simple house. He has cows, and he plays flute. Very simple person, and he lives in a village. And in this beautiful village, everybody, they simply love Krishna. And they love Krishna only for one reason, that he is just Krishna. He is a small baby, and he is the object of our affection. They don't even know that he is God. In fact, the God does not like himself to be called God. He is God anyway. So he doesn't like to be said, oh God, you are very powerful, you are the supreme. He likes to have very nice, loving relationship with his devotees. And he likes to be called by many of his names. And one of his famous name is Krishna. Krishna means Akarshiti, one who attracts everybody's heart. So, okay, one point here. Why Krishna does not like to be called himself God, even though he is God? Because God is a position, it is the authority. Simple example, when we all go to the school, we are in the class, we are given a roll number. Everybody knows, in a school you are given a roll number. You are roll number so and so. So ask yourself a question. If somebody calls you roll number 55, that will be more attractive to you, or somebody calls you by name? What is more attractive to you? By name, yeah? Somebody calls you number 55, come here. Or he says, oh, person so and so, come here. Which is more attractive? When somebody calls you with your name. So when you call Krishna by his name, he becomes very attractive. When you call Krishna, oh God, you are so great, please accept my obeisances. He is okay, he accepts our obeisances, but he likes to be addressed with his name. So Krishna is a very personal, he doesn't like, formalities. He's very informal, personal, very personal. So in Vrindavan, Krishna appears, and it is a small baby, about 1 or 2 year old. And whole of Vrindavan, they simply want to serve Krishna. Their whole life revolves around how we can please Krishna. And the whole day and night, they just work for Krishna. In the daytime, they sing, all the time they sing, and they sing about Krishna. And everybody's activity, somebody is looking after the house, the gopis are churning butter with just one desire, that someday Krishna will come and he will steal butter from my house. Or, the cowherd men, they are looking after their house or field so that, with the produce they can serve Krishna. So one day, one fruit vendor, the fruit seller, a simple lady, she comes to Vrindavan to sell fruits. Now she just came to Vrindavan with just one desire, that if I go to Vrindavan, maybe somewhere I will meet Krishna, and I'll be able to see Krishna. Meantime, if I sell my fruits, that's well and good. But originally, I just want to I want to see Krishna in Vrindavan. So she's coming to Vrindavan, and in his heart, she is just longing, oh, when will I see Krishna? When will I see Krishna? But she used to sell fruit also, so she, sings very nicely. Oh, somebody, I have a nice fruit. Anybody likes fruit? And if you go to market stall in the city center, sometimes, the street vendors, they howl, and they howl in such a way that it becomes very attractive. So this lady, she was singing very nicely. And she was saying, anybody needs a fruit, I have a nice fruit, please come and take. But in her heart, what was she desiring? That let Krishna come and I can see Krishna. So it is said, Krishna, he is in our heart. And he knows everything what is going on in your heart. So Krishna understood, oh, this lady has come today and she wants to see me. But right now, she is just becoming a small fruit vendor, simple fruit vendor. So let me fulfill her desire. So Krishna, he comes out and he sees this lady, she has nice fruits, in a small basket. We have this picture here, if you can see here, she has this basket and she has some fruits in it. But Krishna says, oh, she is a fruit seller, so I have to buy some fruit from her. And how do I buy fruit from her? I have to pay her if I need to buy fruit from her. So in those days, there was a barter system. Anybody knows what is barter system? You exchange goods. Somebody wants to sell something and you have something in spare, you exchange, in mutually agreed value. So in those days, in the barter system, the most exchange item was food grain. Everybody needs food grain, rice or wheat, everybody uses this. So in those days, the currency was pound sterling. No. The currency was grain. So Krishna saw that, my father, Nanda Baba, and my mother, whenever they want to buy something, they give these, grains to buy something. So he says, I also want to buy some fruits from this fruit seller. So I should also get some grains. So she goes in his house, and there's a cupboard where some grains are kept. So, with his 2 palm full of, he's a small baby, 1 or 2 year old, it's very small, buttery, very, silk smooth, palms. And he grabs some grains, in his 2 hands. And then he goes towards the fruit seller and he's running. And by the time he has approached the fruit seller, practically all the grains from his hand is gone. Only few are left. And he tells his fruit seller, oh, you have some fruits to sell? I want to buy some fruit. So this lady, her desire to see Krishna, it is being fulfilled. Krishna is just standing right in front of her. And she's just drinking the beauty of Krishna. If you see Krishna in the picture, I don't know if it's a bit bright here. He is, bluish, blackish body. And nice jewels are there in his body. He has a peacock feather. And he has a reddish lips, curly hair. His eyes are ornamented with the, mascara. And this lady, she is just looking at Krishna without blinking her eyes. Just looking at and looking at and looking at. And then Krishna, he's also enjoying that my devotee, she's just happy seeing me. But again, Krishna also wants to experience the exchange of shopping. Because this lady wants to sell something and Krishna wants to buy something. Even the children, when they are growing up, they also have tendency to buy something to shop. When you take the boys to the beach or somewhere, there are always some toy sellers are there. And they say, Mommy, Daddy, I want to buy this. This buying things, it is right there from our childhood. And where is this coming from? It originally comes from Krishna. Not a single emotion or thing that we have in our heart, it is outside Krishna. Whatever we feel, whatever we experience, the origin is in Krishna. So Krishna wants to experience today, the ecstasy of buying fruit. He has stolen so many things all his life. Today he wants to buy something legally, by giving some exchange, no stealing today. So he wants to buy. But here now Krishna is saying that this lady, she's completely lost her consciousness. She's just looking at me and, enjoying, my darshan. So then Krishna says, if she just keeps looking at me, how can I experience the ecstasy of buying something? So Krishna, with his Yogamaya potency, he covers her consciousness that I am a god and and you're a fruit seller and you want to just see me. So he covers her consciousness, and then she realized, oh, I have come in Vrindavan just to sell fruit. And right in front of me, there is a customer, a small 2-year-old baby who wants to buy some fruit from me. So Krishna says to this lady, oh lady, do you have some fruits to sell? I said, yes, I have some nice fruits to sell. Can you get me some fruit? I want to buy some fruit. Oh, of course you can buy some fruit. How many fruits you need? First she asked, how much money you have, how much grains you have. He said, I have these grains, see, in my hands, see, these grains are there. And when he opened his palms, there's hardly any, maybe 1 or 2 grains were there. See, I have grains for you. Can you get me some fruits? So lady says, oh yes, now by this time, Krishna has just charmed her heart, just looking at him. Oh, this baby is so cute. He said, oh, this is too many grains. I do not have enough fruit to sell you with these too many grains. So you please take all my fruits. Okay, these 2 grains are enough for me. You take all my fruits. So then, Krishna is a small baby and there are so many fruits in the basket. Then she says, okay, take this 1 fruit, take this 2nd fruit. And in his whole hand, Krishna has got so many fruits. Can you see in this picture? He can hardly keep the fruits in his hands. And she gave all her fruits to Krishna. Then Krishna is now very happy. Today I bought something. I purchased something. Do you all remember your first experience of buying on your own in your life? You all experience? having money in your pocket. First time your parents gives you some pocket money and goes to school and you buy something. You all remember? You're a very poor people. Nobody had ever experienced this. I remember when I was maybe 12 or 13, my parents had to go somewhere and they gave me some money. Okay, we are away for a few days, so you keep some money with you and you buy something, whatever you need. And I know I went, next day. Today I got about 10 rupees in my pocket. And I was thinking, what shall I buy? I got 10 rupees. I want to buy something, All this my life, my parents buy everything for me. But today, I got the power. Ding, ding, ding. I got 10 rupees and then I can buy something today. So, I went to this shop, and I was a small boy, and you don't need anything. You just want to have experience of buying something. I have money, I want to buy something. So I remember that day, I bought these chocolates, about 2-3 rupees worth of chocolate. Generally I get one chocolate at a time, but that day I bought about 20-30 chocolates in one go. So we all want to buy something, that experience of buying something. So Krishna said, today the first time I bought something. And he got all of all the fruits. And then, Krishna became very happy with this lady. Oh, nice. You're such a wonderful lady. You gave me all your fruits. So nice. Look, these are very nice fruit. And he smiled, and she smiled, and he smiled, and she smiled. It was between her and Krishna, it was like, the ocean of love. The waves of ocean, the love is just going here and there. And this lady, by this time, along with her fruits, she sold to Krishna. Actually, she gave her heart to Krishna. She was not the property of anybody. It was now she is the property of Krishna. Krishna has stolen her heart. And then, Krishna goes away. And then, she becomes very happy. Nice story. Nice end. And everybody is happy. Do you think this is the peak of the story? The best end you can ever think of? No? What can be better than this? What happens next? Can you guess? If you were to write a story after this, let's say if you're a writer, if you want to make a better end to this story, then what would you do? Someone else? Yes. Yeah. Even better than that? Okay. I'll tell you. Because today I'm talking. So this lady, in exchange of 1 or 2 grains, she gave all her fruit to Krishna. Because those fruits, she thought, Krishna wants this fruit, so I want to give it to him. And she is not interested in those grains. But Krishna, in the return, she wants to give the world's highest riches, the best wealth he can offer in matter, because Krishna wants to buy something, no? So there has to be exchange of some currency. The grains are not enough, there are just hardly 1 or 2 grains. So Krishna, in return, while she was filling Krishna's hands with the fruit, Krishna was just pushing the most valuable jewels in her basket. Can you see in this picture? Maybe you can't see. In a basket, there are some rubies and I don't know, I'm not a jeweler. But the most valuable jewels, they were there. Her whole basket was full of valuable jewels. The one jewel itself is worth than the entire wealth of the earth. And she had many of those jewels. So at that time, she was the world's richest lady. And how she became richest lady? Just by giving few fruits in exchange of 2 grains. Krishna gave so much rich, so much wealth to her. So this is the best end, isn't it? That she was not at loss. Krishna gave, so much wealth to her in exchange of some fruits. There is even better end than this. So when she left, Krishna, and she saw Krishna, he's so happy with my fruits. So he likes my fruit. And I have some more fruits in my house. So why should I keep those fruits in my house? Let me give those fruits also to Krishna. So then she now runs towards her house. That, I should run my house very quick, then bring those more fruits so I can give it to Krishna. Then she runs to the house. And then she enters the house. And then, in some place, the more fruits are there. And then she looks at her basket. Oh, this basket is full of something. What is this? Oh, there is something in the basket. She's not realizing you are the richest lady of this earth. But right now her priority is to please Krishna, give him some more fruit. So she is thinking these jewels are problem for me, because if jewels will stay in this basket, I cannot take some more fruit for Krishna. She just throws all the jewels out. All the jewels she just throws out, and gets some more fruit in the basket. Then she runs back again, where Krishna was there. Says, Krishna, I got some more fruit for you. Have you realized what has happened here? If we'll get one of that jewel, what will happen? We'll buy a Buckingham Palace first. He says, King Charles, enough, this palace belongs to me now. Or you buy a Ferrari or whatever. But this lady, she had no interest in material wealth, even though she was the richest lady of the earth. For her, the giving pleasure to Krishna was the highest. That's her satisfaction was. That's what her happiness was. So she just threw those jewels away, so that she can bring some more fruit and give it to Krishna. Do you think it's a better end? No? People say, oh, stupid lady, should have given those jewels to me. She just threw away in the dirt. Where is she living right now? Is she anywhere? Maybe in her backyard, some jewels are still there. I can go and get it. So, this is the story of Krishna goes for shopping. So, my dear friends, we heard this story. Now, let's go, into the deeper course of our heart and try to find out some wonderful teachings we can learn from this. I've kind of mentioned few listed some teachings here. But anybody like to share? What do we learn from this wonderful story? What is best we can learn from this story? Say it again, Christopher. Nourishment of spirit. Yes, wonderful point. Wonderful point. That she was happy in serving Krishna. That's where she is satisfied. Wonderful point. Any other? Krishna's love makes us richest in the world. Wow, Haribol, give a big round of applause to her. If you agree with her, then applause. If you don't agree, then don't applause. So nobody is agreeing, Mataji. Say it again. Yes, the insignificance of this riches of this material world, is insignificant. Yes, very good point. Okay, I got these 3 teachings that we can learn from, our story today. To this lady, what was her occupation? Her occupation was to sell fruit. Now, she could have sold her fruit anywhere, but she chose to come to Vrindavan, the desire that she can serve Krishna. So, in our practical life also, we all have to work anyway, isn't it? To maintaining our body, our house, our family. We have to work anyway. But why don't we work in a way that all our working, all the result of our working, it is for the pleasure of Krishna. Just for working for ourselves, we'll get some money, we'll get some, some opulence in the life. How long will it last? But if we work for the pleasure of Krishna, then in the return, the wealth we will get, you will definitely get, the lots of material wealth, but the wealth that you will get is the love of Krishna, which you cannot buy with money. You will only get when Krishna is pleased with you. So my dear friend, if you have to work anyway in this world, why don't we work for Krishna? Work in a sense that all your results of your, the results of your work, we offer it to Krishna. This is the first teaching. Second is that when we serve Krishna, we will never be at loss. Never, ever. Because Krishna in this Bhagavad Gita he says, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sthetvayo bhajamyaham. As you approach me, I will reward you accordingly. So if we lovingly serve Krishna, if we try to give pleasure to Krishna, Krishna in turn will give more pleasure to you. Now try to estimate our capacity of pleasing Krishna and the capacity of Krishna to please us. Which has got more highest capacity? Krishna is more higher capacity or our capacity? Krishna or us? Krishna, yeah, he is God. He is everything. What can we do for Krishna? Maybe we can feed Krishna 3 times a day, give him a nice temple in the house. Maybe in temple we give some donation. This is the best we can do. But when Krishna wants to give you, in the picture, how much Krishna gave that lady. She became the world's richest lady. If you put some, commercial brain into this whole exchange, this selling experience, do you know how many years she has to sell fruits to get this much riches? Maybe thousands of lifetimes to get all the wealth of the earth. But in this exchange, Krishna, he just gave him all the riches in exchange of some fruits. And not only that, what did Krishna give her? He gave her her own love of God. That then she was not at all interested in these material possessions. She was just interested in serving Krishna. So, one more question here. Okay, now you please all wake up. Now give me some answer. What is best? Possessing Krishna's wealth or possessing Krishna? Krishna? Not Krishna's wealth? No? Oh, you are a very illogical people. Huh? Huh? Time. Yeah, so this is right answer. Better to have Krishna rather than Krishna's possessions. If you have Krishna, you will get everything. But if you don't have Krishna, no matter how much you possess, someday it will be lost. In this world, people, they work very hard, to get few millions or billions, or they become prime minister or president of a country. How long does it last? Till they die. When they die, how much they can take with them? Not a single penny. So how much we are working for? Someday it will be lost. Either somebody will take you or you have to leave. But you will be separated from your possessions. But when you have Krishna, now Krishna is a very possessive person, mind you. Once he accepts you as his own, you are his property. And he likes to really make a claim on his property. He says, you can't get away, now you are mine. So once you are Krishna's property, Krishna will never leave you. And when you have Krishna, you got everything of this world. The world's most precious thing in this world is what? The love for Krishna. If you have love for Krishna in your heart, Krishna will never leave you. Never. So that is second teaching, that when we, Krishna gives more than we need. The last point we just covered, that the love for Krishna is the most valuable thing in this world. For that lady, she had no interest in those jewels. She was only interested in serving Krishna. So love for Krishna is the most valuable things. So these are the three teachings. Okay, my last point. We just mentioned that when we serve Krishna, when we please Krishna, we are never at loss. Apparently, it may not look like. When we serve Krishna, Krishna reciprocates in such a way that apparently people become poor. Now after a few minutes time, we are going to sing one song. It's called Chaurastakam. Glorifying God as a thief. We are very crazy people, We come to the temple and we call God thief. We're very crazy people, So we glorify the God as, he's a thief. So in the thief, in this song, in this one line, the poet is saying that, my Lord, you are such a thief that whoever worships you, you steal away their wealth, you steal away their peace of mind, you steal away everything. We have never seen such a cruel thief like you ever in the history. So we, the story of those who know the story of Pandavas. Pandavas were a very well-to-do people, but only one problem, they loved Krishna. And Krishna considered Pandavas as his own family. As I said, he's a very possessive person. You are my devotee, you always stay with me. And Pandavas at one time, they lost everything. They had no house. In fact, they were forced to live in forest, incognito. Nobody should know him. So apparently, when we serve Krishna, the person doesn't appear to be, having good time. But in this story that we learned the story from Pandavas, that when you have Krishna, you have everything. So when, in the end of the story of Pandavas, when Krishna was leaving Hastinapur, leaving Pandavas, then their mother, Kunti, she said, my Lord, when we had nothing, it was very good. because then you are very close to us. You are always looking after us. Now we have everything. My sons are now the emperor of the whole earth. We have no enemies. We have a lot of wealth. But now comes the most dangerous part. Because now in these good times, there's a very high chance that we'll forget you. And when we forget you, that is the greatest loss. So my Lord, please listen this carefully. Kunti prays, my Lord, I do not want this peaceful time. I do not want this, sukh. Give us more calamities. Give us more trouble. So in that trouble, we can remember you. And when we remember you, you are always with us. So when you are with us, we are more protected. We are more safe. But when we forget you, that is the most dangerous condition. So when we serve Krishna, we are never at loss. But sometimes it's difficult to digest. Sometimes we as a devotee, we also think, Krishna, I served you for 40 years. And at the end, now you give me the cancer. I still haven't paid my mortgage of my house. What will happen to my house, my family, if I'm lost? This is what you do this to me? We sometimes ask Krishna this question. But mind you, my dear friend, Krishna, his plans are difficult to understand. He plans for lifetimes. We plan for one life. He wants to give you the ultimate wealth. So I'll just conclude this one example. Suppose a beggar is begging all his life on the street. He has very dirty clothes. He has one begging bowl. And one day, he comes to Krishna and he says, Krishna, I am yours. And then, so you are mine? Then I must look after you now. So first let me give you nice clothes. So first Krishna says, put off your old clothes. But when Krishna tells us like this, put off your old clothes, we think, Hare Krishna, I only have this cloth. You're asking me to give up? But when Krishna says, give up your old clothes, that means he wants to give you better clothes. So when Krishna, remember you, when Krishna takes away from you, please remember, he wants to give you even much higher, much better. But at that time, it's difficult to, Krishna, I only have this much cloth. You're taking away that also. You say, yes, give me. And one last bombshell, okay? Probably won't like this. Krishna very blatantly says, he said, when I'm pleased with my devotees, I give them everything what they need. But when I become really, really happy with my devotee, I take away everything what they have. So you choose how much you want to go close to Krishna. But in Ramchandra, he once said that even once, if we say sincerely, pray to Krishna, that Krishna, I am yours. Sincerely, just say, Krishna, I am yours. Without any ifs and buts. Krishna, whatever I am yours. I am your property. Sincerely in your heart. When you are sincerely praying. Says, Krishna, I am yours. And once Krishna hears that, I am yours, Krishna says, Dil, you are mine. And once you are Krishna, your life is finished. You are now Krishna's property. Now he will do the best for you. You might not understand at that time, but he will do the best for you. So once we pray to Krishna, Krishna, I am yours, and Krishna looks after you very nicely. But then give free independence to Krishna. Our problem is that, how we pray? We say, Krishna, you're a wonderful person. Krishna, you are the best. And please, Krishna, give this to me. I am giving this exam for my PhD. Give me these good marks. So after that, I get a good job. Huh? Now, if you want a good job, why do you do good job? Because you get a good money. No? So why don't you just ask for the money to Krishna? Why are you asking, good marks in exams to get a good job? We are not very intelligent. Is it a good intelligence? No, if you want money, just say, Krishna, give me money. But how we pray? Krishna, I am having an exam, so I get me good marks, so I get a good job. If I have a good job, I have a good husband or wife. If I have a good husband or wife, I have a lot of prestige in the society. Then why don't you ask Krishna, give me all these things only, Why going through the PhD and education? So we do not have enough intelligence. Huh? The best thing, she's laughing because she's appearing for PhD. This is for you, Mataji. Okay, make it more lighter, more, not, forget PhD examination. There was this one lady, she was going in a forest, and she had a very small hut. And every day she'll go to the forest and get a lump of dry wood, and she'll put it on her head, on her shoulder, and she'll walk, go to the forest, and then with a lot of struggle, she'll bring her, to her house to cook. So one day now, she was coming from the forest, and she had a lot of, she couldn't, bear this weight of the wood on her shoulder. She's walking, and one place she falls down. And then she very helpless, oh Krishna, please help me. And she said very helplessly, said, Krishna, please help me. And then Krishna became very happy. Oh, she's calling me so nicely. So he appeared in front of this lady. He said, oh, my dear lady, what happened? How can I help you? He said, oh, Krishna, I fell down. Now, this shoulder is very much aching. I want to go home. Can you please lift the stick and put it on my right shoulder, please? I want to go home. Do you realize what I said? Krishna is there right in front of him. And what is she asking for? That my left shoulder is very much in pain. Now put my wood into my, right shoulder. Now she could have simply asked, Krishna, give me the liberation from repeated of cycle, birth and death. I do not want this old body. I never have to come back again to this world. You please, give me liberation. But Radha, she's a very stupid lady, isn't it? She says, from this shoulder, put it on my other shoulder so I can carry these sticks. My dear friends, this is what exactly we are doing in our life. We have one problem, then he says, Krishna, I have some money problem. Give me some money. If I get money, I'll become very happy. You are just putting the weight from your left shoulder to right shoulder. You think, oh, my left shoulder is better now. But you have to give it some time, your right shoulder will also give the same problem to you. So in this life, we are just shifting the problems. We are not solving the problem. So the best thing is that we surrender to Krishna. And tell Krishna, Krishna, now you do whatever is best for me. Krishna is more intelligent than us. Give our power of attorney to him. From today onwards, I give all my rights to Krishna. Krishna, I am yours. And you do whatever you like with me. Then let Krishna take the control of your body, your life. Okay, so I stop here. Anybody has any questions? Yes, anybody has any questions? You don't have to ask the questions that I gave you. You can ask questions that you have. Anybody has any question? Yes, Priyarani. Yes, Yes, wealth is not bad. Wealth is Krishna's energy. It's just a matter of where you use Krishna's energy for. The wealth you can use it for your own self, for your own sense gratification, or you can use it for Krishna's pleasure. Yeah, so wealth itself is not bad. Pandavas, they were the emperor of the whole earth. They didn't say, "Oh Krishna, we just want to go to jungle." Krishna said, "That's stupid you are. You are meant to be king. Become a king." Yeah, good point. Any other question? Good. Why is not Krishna, sharing her Lord? Because, my dear friend, the Krishna, he gives the independence. The surrender, it is voluntary. It is never demanded. So when Krishna comes in front of us and says, "My dear lady, what do you want? I am there in your service." So it is her choice whether to surrender herself, says Krishna, "I give all my rights to you. Now you please help me." But Krishna can't say that, "I am God. Now you surrender to me. Now I'll look after you." That is not surrender. That is dictatorship. When there is a love means voluntarily. It is your choice. Surrender is also your choice. So Krishna, he will not share your Lord till you ask him that, "Krishna, I had enough. I have enough of this misery in this world. You please look after me." Krishna, "Okay, this is what you want, I'll do it." Is that okay, Scott? Yeah. Okay, now time comes I have to repeat my own question. Shall I repeat my own question? What is the first question? Anybody remembers? Why does God has to shop? He has everything. Yeah. Second question. Why does he steal if he owns everything? And third one. Even you forgot. So then I can't complain all of you, He's my son, even he forgets. Third one is, does Krishna really need anything? If if he's the source of everything. Surprise, surprise, I'm not going to answer this. In the next few classes, we'll pick up this point, okay? So today's class topic was when Krishna goes out for shopping. Yeah? And next class will when Krishna goes out for stealing. You want to hear about that? When Krishna goes out for stealing. So this will be some of the topics of our future, Sundays. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we're going to sing one song now. The song will be on the projector here. And before the song, we're going to read the translation of the song. What is the song about? And then after the translation, we'll sing the song. Try to, it will be call and response. Try to sing along with us. And at the end of the song, you come in front. One of our devotee will give you a few drops of water in your hand. Wash your hand. Don't drink it. Wash it. Okay. And then you will be given a small candle. The lit candle. You come in front and give 7 rounds around Krishna. And then it is a very kind of surrendering process. Krishna, in the mode of this light, I surrender my life to you. Again, this is your choice whether you want to surrender it or not. But we are giving you the opportunity. Says Krishna, I am yours. And then, or whatever prayers you have, you can offer it to Krishna. And then can put it back the candle into the container here. So thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Again, this candle, this is the last Sunday we are doing. This is the called extra month. This month comes after 3 years. It's called Purushottam month. So this song that we are going to sing, it is specially sung in the month of Purushottam. The prayers that we are going to sing, that is also sung in this month only. So you come next Sunday, it won't be here. You have to wait for 3 years to hear this song. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Foremost of thieves, who is famous in Vraja as the butter thief, and he who steals the gopis' clothes, and who, for those who take shelter of him, steals the sins which have accrued over many lifetimes.
He turns his surrendered. I offer pranama to the foremost of thieves, who steals Srimati Radhika's heart, who steals the dark luster of a fresh rain cloud, and who steals all the sins and sufferings of those who take shelter of his feet.
He turned his surrendered devotees into paupers and wandering, homeless beggars. Aho, such as fearsome thief had never been seen or heard of in all the three worlds.
O thief, having stolen my wealth, my honor, mere utterance of his name, pierce one of a mountain of sins, such a astonishingly wonderful thief I have never seen or heard of anywhere.
O thief, having stolen my wealth, my honor, my senses, my life and my everything, where can you run to? I've caught you with the rope of my devotion.
You cut the terrible noose of Yamraja. You sever the dreadful noose of material existence, and you slash everyone's material bondage. But you are unable to cut the knot fastened by your own loving devotees.
O stealer of my everything, O thief, today I have imprisoned you in the miserable prison house of my heart, which is very fearful due to the terrible darkness of my ignorance. And therefore a very long time you will receiving appropriate punishment for your crimes of thievery.
O Krishna, thief of my everything, the noose of my devotion remaining forever tight, you will continue to reside in the prison house of my heart, because I will not release you for millions of eons.
व्रजे प्रसीदं नवनीतचोरं गोपाङ्गनानां च दुकुलचोरम् व्रजे प्रसीदं नवनीतचोरं गोपाङ्गनानां च दुकुलचोरम् अनेक जन्मार्जित पापचोरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि अनेक जन्मार्जित पापचोरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि श्रीराधिकाया हृदयस्य चोरं नवम्बुदश्यामलकान्तिचोरम् पदाश्रितानां च समस्तचोरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि अकिञ्चनीकृत्य पदाश्रितं या करोति भिक्षुं पतिगेहहीनम् केनाप्यहो भीषणचौरयेदृक् दृष्टश्रुतो वा न जगत्त्रयेऽपि यदीयनामापि हरत्यशेषं गिरिप्रसारानपि पापराशिन् आश्चर्यरूपो ननु चौरयेदृक् दृष्टश्रुतो वा न मया कदापि धनं च मानं च तथेन्द्रियाणि प्राणांश्च हित्वा मम सर्वमेव। पलायसे कुत्र धृतोऽद्यचोर त्वं भक्तिदाम्नासि मया निरुद्ध। जीनत्सि घोरं यमपाशबन्धम् बीनत्सि भीमं भव पाशबन्धम्। चीनत्सि सर्वस्य समस्तबन्धम् नैवात्मनो भक्तकृतं तु बन्धम्। मनमानसे तामस राशि घोरे कारागृहे दुःखमये निबद्ध। लभस्व हे चौरहरे चिराय स्वचौर्यदोषोचितमेव दण्डम्। व्रजे प्रसीदं नवनीतचोरं गोपाङ्गनानां च दुकुलचोरम्। अनेकजन्मार्जित पापचोरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। कारागृहे वस सदा हृदये मदीये मद्भक्तिपाशदृढबन्धन निश्चला सन्। त्वां कृष्ण हे प्रलयकोटिशतान्तरेऽपि सर्वस्वचौरहृदयं न हि मोचयामि। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhava Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath Shri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. श्री राधा गोकुलानंद भगवान की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि बोल.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Pala
रक्षः शीलातङ्का नकालाय एतो नरसिंहा पलतो नरसिंहा यतो यतयामि ततो नरसिंहा बाहे नरसिंहा विदाये नरसिंहा Medicine from my name, Sharanam Prapade. Davakara Kamala Vare Nakam Abadashinga Dalita Hiranya Kashipu Tanubingam Keshavajita Narahare Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Kamala Fare Nakam Apadashinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanuvingam Keshavajita Jita Naraharupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nasimade, 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 Jaya Nasimade. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Narasimha Devaki. महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्रह्मणि वैष्णवे सर्व पुण्यवतां राजम् विश्वासेन विजायते शरीरार विद्याजा जोड़ेंदिए ताहे का जीवे फेरे विषय सागरे तार मज्ज जीवायति लोभो माय सुदुर्मति ताके जेटा कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बरोदया माय कोरबा जीव जाय स्वप्रसादम दिलो भाई से नाम रत पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेम राखो चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा Shrivasadi Gaur Bhaktarinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mahaprasadam ki jai.
Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for joining us today. We are a bit over the time right now. So, but anyway, we welcome all our new guests who come for the first time. Can you just raise your hand for your first time today? Okay. Hare Krishna. So thank you all very much for coming today. We would like to see you more and often. If you have any questions about temple activities or anything you'd like to know more about temple, just approach me or Balram. Balram will be on the shop after some time. So you can ask any questions that you'd like to have. We are a WhatsApp group. So WhatsApp group, if you want to join, on the door there is one QR code. So you can just scan the QR code. You'll be part of our WhatsApp group. No special announcements except for one, that Janmashtami is approaching very soon, and we'll share with you all the details of how we're going to celebrate the Janmashtami this year. But for Janmashtami, we need many of your services. We need your cooperation. So please be ready. There'll be some services will be there. So please do take the services for Janmashtami. And let's make this year's Janmashtami very special. There is very much, if we go by the schedule that we have, we're going to have Prabhupada's Murti, Prabhupada's Vigraha, very soon in our temple. And our desire is that the day after Janmashtami, which is Prabhupada's appearance day, we call it Vyas Puja. On the same day, we want to have a nice festival in the temple to welcome Prabhupada in our temple. So that is our desire. So please pray. If you pray to Prabhupada and Krishna, he will grant our wish. So we want to celebrate this year's Janmashtami very nicely. And there will be a very kind of a new chapter in the history of our temple. We are just 1 year old here in Stoke. But every year, we want to start something new. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So please make your way upstairs for the prasadam.